Hello, how are you? Blog entry number 2. It's really vlog, vlog, not blog or whatever. It's going to be called a vlog, but this is entry number 2. I wanted to say a couple things on 2 specific topics. Number 1, invalid and valid advice. Number 2, don't underestimate anybody. Let me start with kind of housekeeping, and then we'll get into the exciting don't underestimate anybody. Number 1, valid or invalid. I'm sure you've received all kinds of advice in your life, all kinds of comments, and all kinds of things that were said about you, your performance, your personality, your children, your husband, your ex-husbands, your ex-boyfriends, teachers, you as a teacher. I could go on and on and on. And those of you that are instructors, oh my gosh, we get so much about us, but we love doing it. That's just a little part of it. But the reason I want to bring up valid or invalid is that people will always say something. You know you say stuff. I know I say stuff. And it's because we're sort of thinking of things maybe that have happened to us in our lives, or things that people do that make us feel a certain way and we don't like it, or maybe we do like it. It could be good. But the reason for valid and invalid is when we get advice, when people comment on us, we really have to take it in for a second and weigh it in 2 different places. One is called a valid place and one is called invalid. So when someone gives us their opinion, their comments, their advice, we have to think, is that valid or is that invalid? Okay, example. I'm sorry, I don't like your hair that way. It looks better in a ponytail. Invalid, in my opinion. Valid is something that really I should think about, that maybe is about my future or safety or some really, really good thing. She didn't like my hair. I don't care. I have it like this for a reason. I like it. Or at least today, I like it. Someone tells you, you just don't do something, blah, blah, blah. Well, if it's about your work or safety or something that's going to help you better, that possibly is valid. If it's just someone's comment because they're having a bad day, or you're cuter than they are, or for some reason something about you bugs them, it's invalid. Doesn't mean we don't like that person or we're not going to be friends with them. We just think, you know what? That's invalid. And then it's interesting that if we don't take that comment all the way in and we go like, invalid, it never penetrates us. It never, think of those things that you were told forever ago that still bother you to this day. We all have those. And it's because we allowed that in, and we allowed us to really go, oh, maybe I am uncoordinated. Maybe I am not smart. Maybe I do have a big nose. And I do, but so what? Maybe I should do this. If it's something that's truly valid, in my opinion, it's something that can help us become better. Something that we can learn from that's going to help us grow, something that's going to keep us safe, something possibly that we really need to hear, but it hurts to hear it, but we should. Here's another, for instance. Had an event, this is a fitness training event, and I had 2 negative comments on my comments. But one of them was that I just talked too fast, and it was hard to understand. And I have to be honest, that's a valid comment. I am a Texan that talks faster than any New Yorker you've ever met. And you know what? I need to really take her comment in and say, you know what? She's right. I've been told that more than once, but that's something that can help me help others better, slow down, but also something that can help my future. Now, the other comment had something to do with a pair of purple shorts. Does it matter if my purple shorts, she doesn't like my purple shorts? It wasn't like something was coming out. It wasn't like they were too big or too small. And so that was an invalid comment. Just like someone doesn't like your hair. Invalid. So valid, invalid. And so the reason I really brought all that up is that I got quite a few great comments on my vlog. And I know it's new, and believe you me, this is just much for me as it is for you. But I feel like this is where I'm supposed to go in my journey with fitness and my business and just with life. And I had about 5 comments just totally, really just slapping me on the hand for videoing while I was driving. And you know what? That's valid. I should not video while I'm driving. I will tell you though, Flip, which is where I'm filming, has a tripod and it sits right on my console and I was doing like this. I might have had a hand up or two every now and then, but I will say I will not do that again. And I appreciate your care, because at first I was like, ah, it was a funny, vlog. But you know what? You're right. I shouldn't do that, when I want again. And it's okay. Cool. Done. Thank you. Valid. I can handle it. But if you said you didn't like my glasses, sorry. I go to the mall and I buy 2 for $20 because my kid either steps on them, breaks them, or they get lost. So 2 for $20. If you don't like that pair, don't worry. There'll be another pair. Now, lastly, this is the fun stuff. Do not underestimate anyone. I grew up in a small town called Wichita Falls, Texas. It's a great place to be from. I grew up there, went to college there. Wasn't really what I thought I would do, but ended up being really, truly God's will. I mean, I'm so glad I finished college there because I finished. And I have so many friends that went off to college and never finished. And it just because you get hung up on, going out or doing different things, it allowed me to focus, and I finished, thank God. So I say that because I have a bunch of good friends I grew up with. I mean, from kindergarten all the way through high school, and even in college, I've known them my entire life. So I have to be honest, when you have your own business and you want to share something and tell people about your own business, it's really hard to go to those people, and I don't know why. It's easier to go to someone that knows you now because they see you as the accountant, or they see you as the business owner, they see you as the fitness professional, they see you as the doctor. When you talk to someone that you grew up with, they see you as that chubby girl in 2nd grade that got a spanking in front of everybody. They see you as the 4th grader that fell down the stairs and ripped her pants. I mean, that's like who they remember, And if you had a nickname in high school or junior high, it's like that's who they think of when they see you, although you're a 30-something-year-old business professional. And it's like hard to really talk to those people. So there's a couple of people I had in mind that I'm just going to bite the bullet, and I'm going to email them and say, hey, I know it's been years since we talked, but I have to let you know I love fitness. This is what I do. This is some of the products that I have a business with. And, as hard as this is for me to talk to you about this, I just want to let you know I'm telling everyone I care about. My mom's on it, my sister's on it, and we've been friends for a long time. I know we haven't talked in a while, but I just want to tell you about it too. If you, want more information, I'll email you, mail you samples or email you more information. But, here's where I live now. Here's my email, here's my Facebook. Connect with me if you want, looking forward to hearing from you. That's like all I said. And it was hard for me because, I don't know, was a chubby dorky girl, and that's okay. And I get 4 messages back. They all want me to send them something. And I know that's easy. Oh, sure, everybody wants to just send them something. But you know what? I get to reconnect with some of my friends from the past. And not only that, each of them said in their response, I'm going to listen to you, Mindy, because it's obvious you're doing something right. Seriously? I know I am in my own heart, but for them to see that, and I haven't talked to them in years, they know enough that I've, put a lot of my heart and soul in this and tried to learn and, get to the next phase and learn to the next level. And I'm so, so happy to tell you, don't underestimate anybody. Bite the bullet. I don't care if you're scared. Go out there, tell them what you're doing. And even if it's not a business like I'm in, tell them something else. Get them involved. Say, hey, I'm going to be in your area for a business meeting. I'd love to say hello. It's interesting because they kind of have a lot of the same, I think, apprehensions as you do, or as I do or did. But I'm so happy to be able to tell you that and let you know, go for it. Do it. And that's it. Number 2 down.